Ever bought some ingredients for a recipe and at the end of it you're left with stuff that's you don't need? As an example, well, I've got some puff pastry, I've got some leftover or blueberries, frozen blueberries in my freezer, and I've got some leftover cream cheese goodness here that I used for the bottom of another strudel recipe. Well, today I want to show you what to do in like next to no time when you've got some stuff left over and a little imagination. So to make our strudel kind of blueberry cheese deliciousness, first things first, we're going to preheat our oven 375 degrees Fahrenheit or about 180 degrees Celsius. Get that off and going. The next thing is I'm using a straight 12 by 15 or 11 by 15 cookie sheet here. Nothing complicated at all. I'm going to take my puff pastry, I almost said phyllo there, and I'm just going to open it up carefully, or as carefully as I can, because sometimes when it comes to this delicate stuff, I'm like a bull in a china shop. I know it's hard to imagine. But having said that, what we're going to do is I'm going to very slowly and carefully remove this and place this on my cookie sheet here. And you're going to see where I'm going with this because I'm going to half this or cover it over. So now I've got my puff pastry here and I'm just going to position it on my rack or my baking sheet here. Nice and easy. Nothing complicated at all. So at the end of the day, I'm going to fold it over like this. So what am I going to do? I've got my cream cheese base here, and this is like freaking delicious on its own. Believe me when I tell you. And all this is, I'll break it down for you right now, is one 250 gram pack of cream cheese, a quarter cup of icing sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. That is it. Blend it around in your mixer, throw it around in your mixer, let it all incorporate, and you've got something that's really, really good. So I'm just going to spread this out as evenly as I can here. Got a little bit left there. Just like that. Rocket science, right? Let me leave this here. Let me get this out of the way because I just can't stand the mess. I'm going to take a bowl, and what I'm going to do now is take my blueberries, and they're still frozen, by the way, and they're still frozen. If they're still frozen, that's totally fine too. So I'm going to take my blueberries here. I'm going to grab a little bit of sugar and a little bit of all-purpose flour. Sorry, I'm out of the shot here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about a quarter cup, maybe even less, few tablespoons of regular sugar. And I'm going to grab some all-purpose flour and I'm going to put in maybe a couple tablespoons of all-purpose flour in with my frozen blueberries and sugar. Get that out of the way. And all I'm really going to do is just mix this up all nice. Make sure it's evenly coated with the sugar and the flour. Nothing to this. This is crazy, right? The only thing crazy about this is how crazy good this is. So do that and just take it and just spread it over our cream cheese. Next, I'm just going to grab myself a lemon, and I'm just going to take the lemon zest and just a little bit, doesn't need much. You just want that kiss of the lemon zest over the blueberries. You don't really want to taste lemon, but you want to get that sharpness or that little bit of of a kind of a tang in there. And that's all it is. Literally, I think it's about half a lemon, or the zest of half a lemon. Now, very simply, I'm just going to take this. I'm going to fold it over with a little pocket here, all around. Like I said, this is simple, kind of rustic, nothing to this. I'm going to grab a fork next and start crimping it on the sides. This may not look like much now, but once this bakes off, it'll really be something. And just get it all around the perimeter, just like that. And how easy is this? And I had all of this stuff just lying around, literally. I'm just going to take a little bit of milk and brush the top with milk. It's not a lot, just enough to get like a little bit of moisture on this. So I'm going to pop this into my oven now, 375 degrees for 25 to 35 minutes, or until it's puffed up and golden brown. Alrighty. And here is my blueberry cheese pie. I guess that's what you'd call it. Or huge turnover, but it's done. It smells absolutely fantastic. I mean, really, really good. So now, trick to this is to try and get it off in one piece without it kind of coming apart and falling apart on me, which I'm pretty sure I can do. You can just smell it in here. And you're getting that little bit of that twang of the lemon zest that we put in here. Wow. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Perfect. All right. Let me put this on because when it comes to burns, no glove, no love. All right. There we go. Wow. And what I'm going to do is drizzle a little bit of icing sugar over it. I know it's my sophisticated method of storing stuff, but it works. So, without making a mess, what you do is you take your icing sugar and you put it over some kind of a bowl, so that way you're not going to get it all over the place. And then slowly just start, think of it as a snow in like dessert town. Look at this. How cool is that? That's awesome. Really awesome. I don't care if it's really hot. I'm going to cut into this and see what's what. I'm going to cut this, I guess. Let's see here. Look at this. All flaky and gooey. Oh. In my head, I'm doing the dance of joy. Screw the fork. I'm not even going to like try and eat it with a fork. It is so beautiful. Lightly done, perfect underneath. Absolutely magnificent. Gorgeous. So, my friends, that's it for this episode on my blueberry cheese turnover pie, whatever the hell you call this thing. I call it delicious. Few things lying around from leftover recipes, and I made a beautiful dessert for like 8 people, and it's delicious, homemade, and on the cheap. So my friends, until next time, I thank you very much for watching. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. It makes me feel good when I see my subscribers go up. I'm not going to lie. And until next time, I'm Ken. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.